Hey, ladies and gentlemen, people of all shapes, sizes, colours, and Sonic OC fan characters, welcome to episode 7 of the Coinflip podcast. I'm your host, Zach Romeus. You can call me Liam. Joining us today, we have the infamous, legendary, dangerous Lead Cunt. Lead Cunt, how are you?
Pretty good, mate. How are you?
Could be better. Alright.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Long weekend day. That's what happens.
Yeah, we're recording this about, the day after Easter?
Yeah.
Ooh. So I had a lot of crap lately. Some pork for lunch, the usual stuff, maybe a bit of chocolate, some licorice. Can't beat licorice.
Yeah.
Actually, that's quite interesting. People who dislike licorice, what's their problem?
Dude, no. The thing, I don't like licorice, but
What?
licorice is really strong.
No, licorice is really good. The strong taste just kind of builds into it. Because let's say you buy some plain licorice, the nice black stuff. It's really sensational. The taste is nice and strong, and it just rapes your taste buds. It's so good. And then they have the flavored licorice. You got apple licorice, which are, you got raspberry licorice. You got chocolate coated licorice. There's so much licorice out there, and it's so good. So how can people hate it? It just doesn't make sense.
Just because of its strong taste. That's the big difference. Because like you may be accustomed to the taste of it. It's just a very strong punch in the tongue.
What's a food you hate that you like that I probably hate?
Oh,
broccolini, Brussels sprouts.
I quite enjoy broccoli.
I don't really.
Again, food is really subjective. So
yeah, but then there's something like a sort of a dessert or treat like licorice. Now that is just straight up good, 24/7. Licorice is dope. So why do people hate it?
Like I said,
it's got a great taste, dude. Licorice is so popular.
It's a treat.
When we go to Wollongong or Sydney or whatever, we see just lined up everywhere licorice and chocolate shops and everything. Get your licorice all sorts, get whatever. Licorice is dope. How can you hate it?
Like I said, because of the strong taste,
It's not even that strong. It's like, you have a bit of licorice.
Like
it has a nice tangy taste.
I tried it when I was really young, so again my taste buds might have changed, but so
it just has the best. Tangy taste.
I remember it being really strong.
Yeah, fair enough. Alright, whatever. But point is, I win. Licorice is good. You lose the debate.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Dude, again,
it's so good.
It's a little treat. Just why? Why do you care?
We're being Antifa's right now. Matt, I win the debate. Fuck off. So anyway.
Okay, moving on from that, eh?
Hotels. And they're uptight, and that's fine. I want to bring up a little story that happened to me a while ago. And I think I've told you.
Oh, yeah, you have. Just be careful not to mention.
So for those of you
don't mention names
specifically. We'll call him the W man. Actually, what's that nickname we used to call him in year 8? Rumple Shortcock. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
I used to hate that. Anyway, boys and girls, this is getting a bit personal for a second, but if you want to hear a funny story, stick around. So me and my friend Rumple Shortcock were like, hey, we haven't had a hotel before, and we have workmates and stuff who were going there, Wollongong for the night, this place called Adina. So we did so. My mate John, he brought the hotel. Me and Rumple Shortcock rocked up. We stayed the night there too. We forked over a few bucks. We brought some dinner. They supplied us with beer. It was a fun night. We went down to the Harp Hotel, and I ended up singing Salty Chocolate Balls by Isaac Hayes, which, I mean, as you can imagine, probably isn't ideal to sing there. I would have rather sung fucking Moves Like Jagger or some Normie shit like that, but apparently I just had to go for gold. I did very well, surprisingly. I was shown a video. But Rumple Shortcock didn't record. Thank God, he would have showed fucking everybody.
Well, no, wasn't there already recordings of you singing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we go back to the hotel. We're all drinking and stuff. It's about, let's say, 3 a.m.
No.
And then, so we go to bed, right? Playing some Nintendo Switch. We're doing some Mario Kart. Thank God it supported the Switch at the hotel, the TV they had. We didn't realise that there was chocolate bars, and because this is our first hotel, whatever. We didn't realise that the chocolate bars and the wine and beer they all had in the fridge and laid out everywhere wasn't complimentary. You had to pay for it.
Have you never been in a hotel before?
Yeah, I have. So Dave looks under the bed and he's like, "Oh, Liam, look at this, mate." And he just shows me this sheet where you got to tick off anything you use. I'm like, "Oh, fuck. This is baby's first hotel. How did I not bloody know this?" So naturally I tick off the beer, the wine, the white wine, the red wine, the jelly beans, which I don't remember buying for some reason. So just a bunch of shit that we bought from the Adina, and I'm like, "Oh, fuck. This is costing us about $50 at the end of the day." A bit more, because... John the retard had to get up in the middle of the night and have a wine. Well, she's alright, and then what happens next is actually quite interesting. We're going to sleep. Well, I'm just on the bed, I'm like, this is a good bed. And all of a sudden, all I hear is like a weird vomiting sound. Immediately I think, oh, for fuck's sake, we're in a hotel and someone just vomited. So I get up naturally, I turn the light on to check which one of my mates has vomited. Lo and behold, it's Rumple Shortcock. We'll call him Mr. W. So Mr. W had vomited all over the lounge. I'm like, oh, fuck, we're in a hotel. How much is this going to cost? Shit. We're going to get charged so much. I'm like, all right, come on, Mr. W, get up. And he's like, I can't, I'm too sick. Now, he had a Zinger burger, a KFC meal beforehand. Word of advice, this has happened to me twice, well, once, my friend twice, and now Mr. W once. If you have a Zinger burger from KFC, and then drink, you're going to vomit. It's inevitable. It's definitely going to happen. Every time. I've not seen anyone go without it. Happened to Edgelord, it happened to Gaza, it happened to me, it happened to Mr. W now. So just never had a Zinger. Maybe just KFC in general, but I guess the spices of the Zinger mixed with 4X or whatever,
the alcohol,
Jack Daniel.
yeah.
Oh.
I mean, the only way to know that for certain is like you'd have to have other spicy foods in order to find that out.
When we were at Harps eating chocolate salty balls and whatnot, we had quite a few Jack Daniels and Gentleman Jack. I just love Gentleman Jack. I gotta say, it's so dope. If you haven't tried it, it's one of the best drinks you can possibly get at a club. Anyway, so I turned on the light. Mr. W vomited everywhere. I'm like, mate, you gotta get up. It takes him like 2 minutes because he's, I guess, understandably vomited and stuff. Feels all sick. Get him to the bathroom. He starts like vomiting all in the sink. So I'm cleaning up after Mr. W. I'm like, fuck, there's no towels, and the hotel clerk's thing's closed because it's XAM or whatever.
It's XAM. It's XAM. Oh,
so I'm
God.
like, mate, take off your shirt. It's already covered in vomit. So I use his shirt. He's now not got a shirt and didn't bring a spare change of clothes with him. Fair enough. So I'm picking up...
Wait, you guys were in Wollongong, right?
Yeah,
you could have just gone up to Crown Street Mall and buy another shirt.
It's fucking 3 a.m. At the Crown Street Mall at 3 a.m. I don't think so.
At 7? You could have done it at 7.
But what, was it supposed to let the vomit dry up over the morning? That's not a great idea, and it's a hotel. It was my first time, I didn't know. So I'm like using his shirt and picking up all these little bits of crap everywhere. Like, there's just, there's bits in the vomit and everything. Not an ideal story, but I'm picking it up. Then I have to take off my shirt. I had a spare shirt, I had a pajama shirt, so I just wore that. And I'm picking up all this vomit crap with our white shirts, which are both white. I'm like, fuck, I don't have a place to put this shirt. There's no bins anywhere. And I guess I should have realised they were outside, so I just shove it in... I shoved these vomit-covered shirts in the front of my bag. Luckily, it was my school bag, and it was already done and worn out anyway, so I was going to chuck it out anyway. But then I had to make some room, obviously. Then after that, Mr. W's done vomiting up. He feels really shit. So I'm like, mate, lay down on the bed. He's laying down on the massive bed there, which is a 2-person bed, but nobody wanted to go near it after what happened next. He vomited again.
Oh, no.
Mr. W vomited. Vomit goes everywhere all over the bed. I have a picture which we can put on screen in just a sec.
Oh.
And it was just fucking, You'd love to see the pictures. There's vomit on the bed. I'm like, oh fuck, they're going to charge us so much. I'm dead. What the fuck? This hotel's going to ban me or some shit. So naturally, I'm like, fuck, what do I do? So, lo and behold, there is fucking tissues in the bathroom. Because we ran out of toilet paper, long story short. So it was a shitty night.
What the fuck?
And, disgustingly enough, one of my other mates, we'd run out of toilet paper, so he's like, mate, what do I wipe my ass with? I'm like, a shower curtain? No, he just gave himself an enema with the fucking shower head in the bathroom.
Oh, what the
Yeah, nobody wanted to go there after that, but, anyway, it's like 7 a.m. now. We're all tired, we're all shitty. I probably still had alcohol in my system, but we had to get up regardless. And I went down to the clerk and I'm like, mate, I'm so sorry. My mate, Mr. W, has vomited everywhere. How much is his cost? It's like, oh dear, this isn't good. So they send some people to look up the charges. We, since then, had taken our shit and basically moved out the hotel. And everybody's waiting in the car for me. I was sorting it out, and he comes back and he's like, mate, I'm sorry, this is going to cost a bit. I'm like, oh, fuck. So what he does, right, the hotel clerk, this bumbling but well-meaning fat bloke, he's like, here's your bill, mate. I'd already paid the $100 deposit, which sadly had to go onto the charges we kind of, fucked up.
Already spent, yeah.
And then there was also the $15 parking, which I didn't know about, and all the fucking $60 almost of room service we brought. So at the end of the day, I'm going to check up an image on screen probably right now. The bill ended up being $260-ish. So, first hotel experience. I mean, I'd do it again, but I wouldn't vomit. Mr. W was like, oh, I'm sorry, man, and he paid for petrol. Good bloke, whatever. So we drove home. He didn't have a shirt on. I had a pajama shirt on. My mates went their other way. And we got out. And I'm like, well, that could have gone better. And then I went home and I'm like, oh, fuck, I have to work today. Luckily, I made it in time. Just,
Jesus.
It was Macca's, it wasn't Bunnings. I have 2 jobs. It's shit.
Yeah. Oh,
But-
well. But jeez.
Big day. Not ideal. So here's a word of advice, audience, whoever listens anyway. When you get a hotel, make sure your mate doesn't vomit. Don't have a fucking Zinger burger before you drink. And for the love of God, Don't leave your Nintendo Switch out overnight when somebody's vomiting.
Wait, what happened?
There was a bit of a stain the next morning. I've got it off, but still.
Oh, okay.
Mario Kart will never be the same. Well, it will smell the same, certainly.
Oh, God.
So, hotels. You ever bought one before? You ever stayed a night somewhere?
I'd stay in a place.
I mean, not with parents and shit, like by yourself or whatever.
Oh, no, I haven't.
Well, it's...
There's a lot of, like, I've been in a few hotels. I've been in, like, the typical ones where you just are in there just to sleep, and then I've been in ones where it's high class. Oh, you're there because it's a high class hotel.
Yeah.
So, like, fancy room service, rooms.
That's
fancy.
awesome. But the problem with that is it's, like, fucking... It can cost you heaps, especially if it's a fancier one.
Oh, besides, like, because I stayed at the Primus.
Oh, Primus.
Primus in central Sydney, sorry. It's great because you can just walk everywhere, which is great. But it ended up costing for 5 people about 1,000.
Oh, Jesus. 1,000 for 5 people.
But that was just
for one night.
Yeah, for one night.
Jesus, fuck.
But that was being set, like, it was like $250 a night. We ordered like a crap ton of room service and food and stuff. Like, it was like amazing.
That would have been cool, I guess.
It is good. Like, we should probably do that, like stay in a high class hotel. But goddamn, none of that would be.
We'd drink and then we'd vomit and we'd have to pay all
none of that
stupid charges.
None of that stuff you did at Adina would fly.
Yeah,
they would kick you. They would demand you pay it and then kick you out.
Yeah, probably be banned. But no, they said to me after the vomit situation was sorted, they were like, "Yeah, well, you know what, mate? You told us you're unlike other guests who just didn't tell us and ran away. So you're an ideal guest. You're not banned or anything. We'd be happy to accommodate you again. Just be a bit more careful next time." So, you know, being very nice about it, whatever.
That's good of them, at least. It's like, you know what?
Yeah,
you,
it is.
You told them about your mess up and they accepted you.
Which is quite nice.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you another thing about Adina. It's a good hotel. The room service is good. The service you get there is good. It's just that, like, you know, don't fuck up when you're there. And hotels in general, I guess that's a...
Yeah, that's a general rule with
Do you
hotels.
remember on the cruise we went on? The room service was dope. We didn't get much of it, but what we did have...
I know, one of our mates was, like, constantly questioning us about it, but we're like, hey, who gives a shit?
Well, I don't care. It's fucking so good.
It was great. The cruise was great, man.
Yeah.
It's just like, so what? It's a cruise. Have fun.
And the ship was nice and cold, which was nice. I would have hated it to be just hot all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, there was pools and shit, so it was a nice cruise.
Yeah, it was great.
Anyway.
We should go on another one.
Yep.
We need to go on another one as a big group.
Yeah, definitely.
That would be amazing.
For like just a week or as long.
Yeah, I'd say just a week. Because
the one we
9
went on was
days.
10 days or something.
9 days, and I'm saying, no, that's way
I thought it was
too
great,
long.
but you know, yeah.
It was great, but it just felt long. You know what I mean?
Ooh, and plus a week would be cheaper, I guess. I'm not a cheapskate, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so anyway, after that Mr. W incident, hotel, I'll be careful next time. Whatever.
You learnt your lesson, boy.
Yeah. So there's another topic that really annoys me. The Big Bang Theory.
The Big Bong.
And I know I've spoken about it on a previous episode, but I really don't like the show. And I'm going to be getting into details why I don't like the show, sort of reviewing it in general, talking about the characters and shit, and why it's so normie, and why it's pretty much taken, I guess, pop culture and nerd culture by storm in the recent decade, I guess. It's trash at this point.
Oh, the show gets... like, have you seen some of the later episodes?
It's just, yeah, they're terrible. They're terrible. But it's
what?
what it's associated with now, like the whole, like, nerd culture, and it always pushes some social justice agenda. And I know I said that a lot, but this show generally does that and tries to act like the left is always in the right.
I don't know what social... like, the clips I've seen...
I'll talk to you about it.
The clips I've seen of the new
They
season...
suck off a few of the female characters way too much.
Yeah, but that a little bit. But I mean, it's like a lot of the new stuff is really strange.
Yeah.
Like one of the characters
And
gets
unfunny.
pregnant.
Yeah, and they act like, oh, you're a hero for getting pregnant. You're an inspiration to women.
And then
like that.
and then the whole time she like hates it.
Yeah,
Which is so funny.
Yeah. Also, I've made up a new character for this podcast. It's called Daffy Cuck, where I go, you know, where I've been like fascist, where I act like Daffy Duck. Daffy Cuck, new character.
Daffy Cuck.
Anyway, so the Big Bang Theory...
Would you ever say it was like the older seasons ago? Because the older seasons, I remember really enjoying them.
It's American comedy, so it's not my thing. But when I was 12 and 13 or whatever, I did enjoy the Big Bang Theory for what it was. I found the comedy generally charming at times. I'd say the earlier seasons, seasons 1 to 3, were good 7 out of 10 enjoyable romps. Every other season after that is just boring to stale to okay to mediocre crap at this point. And a lot of it's pandering feminist garbage, I gotta be honest with you. So let's talk about it. The premise of the Big Bang Theory is quite simple. Standard American sitcom, but it's made by Chuck Lorre, who I really don't like at this point, and I've never really felt much of. He's made shit before, like...
No, wait.
Two and
You
a Half
mean
Men.
Cuck Lorre?
Ah, funny. Yeah, Chuck Lorre, he's made... So you've got the four main characters, which sort of exonifies nerd culture because he wanted to sort of experiment with different kinds of characters, how they interact with people. So you've got your four main nerd characters, Leonard, Sheldon, the Indian guy, what's his fucking... Raj and Howard.
Yeah.
And then there's the fifth main character, Penny, who's like the stereotypical dumb blonde hot girl who doesn't really have a job lined up and is a bit of a failure, but she's hot and pretty and she acts nice. So the basic plot of Big Bang Theory is one of the nerds, Leonard, falls in love with Penny, they get married in the end, yada yada yada. Funny, hilarious antics ensue, and it's pretty stale at this point. Now the thing about the Big Bang Theory is sort of how normie it's got, where it treats baby's first memes like they're sort of, I don't know, overindulgent on just relying on crap, shock value, or maybe some stupid, petty thing that Sheldon does that everybody acts like is a big deal, or some ham-fisted, annoying social justice message which ends up just being sucked off to the point where they act like it's in the right. The characters aren't that good. They introduce new ones, the two fucking annoying chicks who won't shut up and act like they're fucking gods.
Oh, which ones?
I'm not saying their names. You know their names. I can't even remember them, to be honest. The point is...
there's like so many characters they introduce.
One of them gets married, one of them's Fingo Sheldon.
They all get married.
It's stupid, but like it's not timeless comedy or something decent like Friends or what's the other one? Seinfeld, which I used to watch quite a lot of, and
Seinfeld's great, man.
Yeah, Seinfeld's great. I'll go back and rewatch the whole series because I just like it, and it's good comedy. This is the whole American comedy argument that we had a few episodes prior.
Yeah.
But I would say that the Big Bang Theory isn't exactly timeless. A lot of the episodes boil down to being products of the time. Now, what is a product of the time?
Anything that's basically
relevant now,
symptomatic of the times. Like
yeah, and it won't be relevant in a few years. Like I love South Park. I think South Park is a great series, and I think the quality still holds up to this day, and they can make great episodes all the time. But the problem with a few South Park episodes is they tend to be products of the time.
Yeah, they are, because each season has to keep up with the times. Like the later seasons have a lot of like PC culture in them.
Yeah, for example, if you do like an episode parodying a popular TV show at the time, that's immediately a product. Like that won't be relevant in 10 years' time. Like, oh, I can see what was coming from their agenda at the time, but it's a product at the time, and it was better to watch at that time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that being a product at the time doesn't make it instantly bad. For example, I find a lot of the episodes of The Big Bang Theory bad because they are being just that. They had an episode on Bitcoin recently. I tried to watch...
Oh, yeah. Like they're like, there's a laptop with like millions of Bitcoins on it.
Yeah, and that's a product, but whatever. I tried to watch most of the newest season, the one that's this year's season 11. Yeah, they've been going for 10 years, haven't they? So I tried to watch it, and I'm comparing it to the old ones. I'm like, no, this is just pandering garbage at this point. I don't like any of this. It's unfunny, it's cringy, it relies on stupid, predictable, like, nerd gags. Like, oh my god, Sheldon's going off at something. Hey, Penny, my dick's hard again. What's happening? Well, Sheldon, that's what happens when you see a pretty girl. Zimbabwe, bazoinga. You know, shit like that. It relies on really shit gags, to be honest. Like, Leonard, you're gay. Why'd you say Sheldon? Zimbanga. Or some shit like that. So that's really obnoxious to me, and I guess...
And Sheldon is just...
catchphrases and stupid characters like Sheldon or whatever can be used well, but I don't feel like anymore, that is, people like Sheldon aren't used well, but plots in The Big Bang Theory boil down to being, as I said, products of the time, and not funny at all. I really dislike The Big Bang Theory, especially now.
Okay.
There was a time when I may have liked it. There's stupid
to me, it's just repetitive now. It's just following...
A comedy should not go on that long.
Yeah, it's just dragged on too long.
A great comedy should be 6 seasons, and I know Seinfeld went for like...
Yep, no, it should be 6 seasons and a movie.
Well, I don't think comedy movies do well.
6 seasons and a movie, man. Come on.
Nah, comedy series becoming... What if they made a Seinfeld movie? That would be crap. Or they made a...
Well, they couldn't, because it wouldn't make sense.
How
did Seinfeld end?
Stupid.
How did
they all go into fucking jail.
I know.
Oh, spoilers.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Bazinga! That probably annoyed a lot of people.
Listen here, acoustic child.
Yeah. But, like, the thing about the Big Bang Theory is that not only is it so normie, it's normie to the point where, I guess, nerds who are afraid to come out of their shell just find comfort in this sort of stupid, backpedaling, social justice, pandering series that is the Big Bang Theory. Like, and as I said, a lot of the gags are pretty predictable. Penny stuck my dick in the toaster again. Zimbanga. All that shit.
Well, the thing is, like, Big Bang Theory, like, it kind of, like, it's the same thing with a lot of shows. Like, a lot of shows that don't have a big mainstream appeal, and then they go into the mainstream.
But Big Bang Theory
they change a lot. Like, for instance, like, Remember when Rick and Morty wasn't that popular?
Yeah, and
then
just became
suddenly
pop culture fucking...
And then suddenly everyone
Pop culture gave it the biggest hand job ever, and now it's so popular.
I know, and now it's just okay. It's
But
an okay show.
because I never really felt Rick and Morty was quote unquote amazing. It's like, I don't get it. What makes it so popular? It's like abridged Futurama. Maybe they have a bit more shock value.
It's a good show to watch. Sit down and watch.
I even enjoyed season 3.
But it's not as amazing as everyone's saying it.
Yeah, and plus the way the creators work, they're having like a 2-year hiatus because I guess ideas and stuff, which is understandable. But you can't expect audience to wait that long. I think there are a few exceptions to audiences that are willing to wait that long. But getting back to the Big Bang Theory, I feel like because they pump out, I don't know, a season a year, and there's like 24 episodes in said seasons, it'll give like, I guess, desperate 34-year-old egotistical housewives something to look forward to, or stupid 14-year-old nerds who are like, oh yeah, if you're gonna get me a girlfriend, I'd be like Sheldon, shit like that.
Yeah, which is just...
And the Big Bang Theory has been absolutely just taken by pop culture. You go into a normie shop like Zing or a DVD world, all you're gonna see is Big Bang Theory posters, fucking Big Bang Theory pop vinyls. I saw a Big Bang Theory Lego set. Look it up. I'm not lying.
I don't want to.
It exists, and it just goes beyond shit like that. Like, hey, why don't I get a Sheldon t-shirt? Why don't I get a fucking Zimbanga coffee mug or whatever? It's just retarded. Yeah, it exists.
I want to die.
Yep, it exists.
I want to die.
For those of you who don't know what's going on because you can't see the screen right now, good old Justin has just searched up the Big Bang Theory Lego set, and as I said, it exists. It exists. Yeah, zoom in.
No.
See, and it just plays off all the characters' sort of really simple and stupid gags, like, oh, Sheldon's holding a Green Lantern thing, Leonard's being gay, Penny's a hot chick, or whatever, Howard's holding up a fucking owl. I don't fucking know. But it's stupid. See what I mean by overexposure to pop culture? And that's what you call being a normie. Normie shit is like, being a normie is just, there's nothing special or interesting about you, really. You're just part of the crowd. And there's nothing wrong with that. You're not going to be an interesting person. You have really stupid sort of overused ideals, whether it be social justice or liking stuff like the Big Bang Theory in general. So, yeah, I don't like the Big Bang Theory. To sum up, what do you think about the Big Bang Theory? Lead brain?
I have lost all faith in humanity.
Because you saw a Lego set.
Because I saw a Lego set.
5 seconds ago.
I want to die. I just want to die.
You know, it's sad.
Like,
it exists.
I want my existence just to end. What the
Did somebody say Will and Grace Lego set? What?
Please,
See,
no.
it's because it's pop culture and it's just the Big Bang Theory. It's easy to like market and profit off.
Oh, this is why.
The Lego Big Bang Theory video game.
This is what happens when things go into the mainstream.
When normies given overexposure,
twisted and tormented.
Look, pop culture is just a wave of, I guess, cancer and.
The fall of the gaming industry can be attributed to the fact that gaming's become more mainstream.
No, that's fine. It's just when it gets fucked up by stupid shit like microtransactions.
Yeah, but the whole idea
things.
is because it's become more mainstream that they can do this.
So you're saying the death of pop culture is going to be the Big Bang Theory because of how overexposed and normie it is.
Yeah, like because what mainstream culture does to things is it extracts its value from it. And then it dies when the next new thing is. Whereas if we still had our likes.
Well, let's
that's
say
still going to exist.
The Big Bang Theory
likes it.
Yeah, but the Big Bang Theory had its time in the spotlight. Let's say 7 years ago or whatever. But because it's still got a crowd and it racks up a bunch of normie viewers, it'll still get exposed. They'll still make new seasons for a few more years, I'd say, really. And because it's easy to market and make a really predictable joke, like I don't know, as long as you have Penny fucking having sex with Leonard, and then Sheldon will slip over with a Green Lantern, and then have a laugh track going, ha, and have Sheldon say, Bazinga 50 times, you're still going to get high ratings or whatever, and idiots will laugh at it, like Piercy.
Yeah.
Big Bang Theory is stupid. And I'll tell you another thing, too. It's not just the overexposure factor, it's the fact that, like, I think the quality of the episodes, the quality of the show in general has gone down. It has the same budget. I don't know, the actors are paid whatever.
Oh, actors are paid a fucking fortune.
Yeah, they pay like, what was it, $500,000 an episode or something?
Millions an episode.
Wait, millions an episode? I thought it was like...
I thought they got paid like $1 million an episode.
Fucking hell.
Which means if they...
For making this normie crap, they get paid
If they make it, like, if in a month they make
Balls.
5 episodes, that's $5 million a month. That's enough to basically not work again if you're clever.
Yeah.
Like, in 1 year, if they're smart enough, they'd never have to work again.
Yeah, and I'll tell you another thing about the Big Bang Theory, too, is that Big Bang Theory is shit, and I really dislike the Big Bang Theory, and it's gay, and Bazinga!
I turned off the sound.
Turn it back on.
Dude, there will be like feedback.
Oh, well, for those of you who don't know, I was going to say a funny joke, Big Bang Theory, Bazinga, then I was going to have some laugh track play, because that's all the jokes boil down to, because it's shit. But, unfortunately, I can't make a really nice, funny, normie Big Bang Theory quality joke. Anyway, because I feel like I'm funnier than that, I'm just saying, I'm not stroking myself off, but Big Bang Theory, shit.
Yeah, Big Bang Theory is, well, it's I wouldn't say shit, but it's just
I would say shit at
it's
this point.
definitely been degraded.
Yes, the quality's gone down. They always try to push an agenda. They always try and act like just pandering assholes. I really don't like Chuck Lorre or any of his creations, whether it be 2.5 Men. Maybe there was a time I did when I was a bit younger, but no more.
I found 2.5 Men like really goddamn childish too.
Yeah, a lot,
Like,
yeah, and
as
a lot
a
of the
show,
humor is like, and
Like,
I'm not
show,
gonna be.
I did find it a bit childish.
The earlier seasons were okay, but I'm not gonna be. I watched the whole thing, the whole fucking thing, even the newer ones where they replaced Charlie Sheen with Ashton Kutcher.
Yeah.
Not much better, and I'd say it's worse actually.
I don't even know what the appeal is of
Well, I liked it when I was 13, so I guess that's the sort of audience. Like, hey, you're growing up, you want to be cool, watch 2.5 Men or whatever. When it's like just the whole premise is like, oh, Jake's being dumb, Alan's being a midlife crisis loser, Charlie's getting all the girls or some shit, and I'm fine with that. I'm not like a feminist going, sexist because there's this Charlie trying to have sex with kids.
Yeah, and it's always like
I'm not like that. I'm just saying the jokes are bad. The quality of the show definitely went down after, I'd say, 7th season, some shit like that. I never really liked it to begin with. But,
and what about when they kill off Charlie?
They do, yeah, but it's stupid. Like, they just said, oh, he fell on a train tracks, but he's actually not dead in the last episode. Oh, wait, he's back. Oh, he died. It's really shit.
It doesn't make sense, but okay.
Terrible shows. I hate Chuck Lorre. Big Bang Theory can go fuck itself.
Again, it's like a symptom.
Chuck Lorre can get
the moment
AIDS.
something becomes mainstream, bang. Like it gradually...
No, not just that. When it gets absorbed by pop culture and nerd culture. Because the Big Bang Theory is 2.5 Men for normies. Or even bigger losers, really. And I'm not making fun of anybody who watches it, but if you watch it, I hate you. And I hope you get cancer.
Oh, that's harsh.
Oh, yeah, well,
That's
you know
harsh.
what? So's life.
Okay, true. Okay,
Anyway. This show's crap.
yeah.
I can't even
Well,
talk.
actually, wait. To clarify, what did you mean by like nerd culture?
Okay, so let's talk about this.
Because
Alright,
when I mentioned mainstream, like we all know what the mainstream is.
2.5 Men was mainstream. The Big Bang Theory was mainstream and probably still is, I guess, because it's still going. The thing about 2.5 Men, it's like, hey, you got this playboy 40-year-old who's getting all the girls. It's the Big Bang Theory is that, but nerd culture instead. See, they're simply targeting a different crowd. And by that, what I mean is like, hey, we can shove in Star Trek references all the time and reference.
Yeah, okay, yeah. So like different nerdy references.
Because Chuck Lorre seems to think...
Specifically only nerds will get, yeah.
Chuck Lorre seems to think that bad pandering and references equal a joke. And that's a lot of what the Big Bang Theory boils down to. Like, the comedy is just bad. And then as long as you have Sheldon yell fucking Zimbanga, you're going to get a bunch of laughs from idiots and 14-year-olds. Which I'm sad to say I was once part of that crowd, but I don't like it anymore. And I won't be watching any more Big Bang Theory because I find the show repugnant and just crap.
Okay. I was just checking on what your definitions were. So.
All good. But,
all good. Never
and
mind.
because it's nerd culture, and you can mark it off with stupid things like that.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid Lego set we just looked up. I'm not joking. Search up Big Bang Theory Lego set. That's actually a real thing.
I do not know.
Because it's nerd culture and pop culture, and it's easy to mark it off like, oh, who's not going to buy? What normie 15-year-old isn't going to buy a Sheldon pop vinyl? And I know it's a barrage of AIDS, but think about it. Easy to mark it off. You're going to make money regardless.
Yeah.
Anyway, bottom line, Big Bang Theory is shit. Something else that's happened. Ugh. Count Dunkula's probably going to jail.
Count Dankula is going to jail.
Ceres is president. We're having a mad time. You've got Shin Megami Tensei on your laptop.
Yep.
Played the first
I
one.
need to play it. I want to play it.
Whatever. You know what's cool? What I'm looking forward to this year? Mortal Kombat. That Mortal Kombat 11 is going to get announced. You may not like it, but I'm going to be so happy.
I quite enjoy a Mortal Kombat game every now and then, but I don't have like the mad.
Oh no, that's fine. You're not like
do.
mainstream into it. Like fighting games are a very different audience.
No,
really.
I find like fighting games for me have a very limited like. Either they should be cheaper, because I feel like that I have a lot.
They have a lot of effort.
They have effort put in. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying is like their value, them as a product is overvalued.
I see what you mean, but do you feel that the price for something like Mortal Kombat, let's say it's $60, reflects the effort put into the game?
Yes.
Yes and no?
Yes and no. Well, I'd say I know NetherRealm Studios. They're a great developer.
I love Ed
They
Boon
don't
and
really
NetherRealm
screw people
Studios.
over.
They made.
I mean, they do make some questionable choices.
Oh, the microtransactions are absolutely cancerous, but luckily they're not forced on.
that's a symptom of the industry as a whole.
Yeah, but that's still setting a bad precedent for future fighting games to come.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying I support any of the Ed Boon's tactics with microtransactions, but thankfully, I'm not saying I support them. Thankfully, they are optional and do not impact gameplay whatsoever. In fact, they just released last year a fantastic game, Injustice 2, which I'd say is even better than Mortal Kombat X in every way.
Well, yeah, like they take the fighting game and improve it.
Yeah.
My biggest gripe with fighting games is I find I'd say I'd probably buy it if it was $40.
Yeah,
maybe like a little bit cheaper.
Oh, it's just because I guess
like their value is like it's very limited value.
Yeah.
So it's like it's fun if you have like a bunch of mates around and you want to have fun. Like I couldn't sit down and play a fighting game for hours on hours.
In fact,
at
it's
end.
the kind of debate that's like, is fighting games better when it's like a party game, sort of?
Well, yeah, it is.
And I have to agree with that
is,
100%.
Because it's more fun.
But then again, there's also, I guess, content to keep one player enticed, whether it be story mode challenges, just playing in general, leveling up, the online factions.
Yeah, but
so I feel like the single player
to most
content's
people,
good,
that isn't really
a selling point.
It's selling point.
Well, you can say that, although Injustice 2 sold millions upon millions, like some ridiculous amount.
Like it sells well.
Yeah, and the online, thankfully, has been improved so much. There's a lot of content. And I guess the single-player replayability has been increased thanks to the addition of custom characters and all that. I will say, my one gripe with NetherRealm Studios, besides the microtransactions, which, optional or not, should not be in a console game,
never.
would be that they put in too many guest characters. And by that I mean, let's go back. Mortal Kombat 9 had two guest characters, Kratos and Freddy Krueger.
Well, depending, like, if you had the PlayStation version of it, you got Kratos.
Yeah, and if you had an Xbox, you didn't get Kratos.
Yeah, you got, like, someone else.
No, you just got Kratos for PS3.
Oh, that's it, okay.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger was on both Kratos on their PS3. But then they had Injustice 1, which is fine, it only had Scorpion. And I like that Ed Boon made Mortal Kombat, so he has the right to put Scorpion in his game.
Yeah.
Then they had Mortal Kombat X, 4 guest characters. I think 2 is pushing it. 4.
Wait, Mortal Kombat X.
Yep, they had Jason Voorhees. Yeah. They had Xenomorph. They had Leatherface, and they had Xenomorph, Predator, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface.
Yep. Okay, so they had like the 4 big horror,
sci-fi horror sort of.
Sci-fi horror. Yeah. Which was like, okay,
it's cool to see Alien versus Predator, but still, if you think about it, that is kind of like over-relying on guest characters. And Ed Boon didn't agree with it. He liked putting them in the game, but he even made a quote saying, hey, Warner Brothers, because they're a scummy company, wanted us to make these guest characters in the game because they sell more. When you could have had...
Oh, yeah, and Warner Brothers would own the rights to all those characters, so they can just easily, like, pass it down to them and go, hey, make it.
You could put fucking Sheldon in there, because they own that shit too.
Oh my fucking god, I swear if they do.
No,
I swear they got it. It's like, oh, it's you, Sub-Zero, and he beats the crap out of
Big Zanga! You know, shit like that.
Oh, when he was like, fatality is Bazinga, and he like kills him with Bazinga.
That's so gay. No, Bazinga, and he just dies out of how shit the joke was. But like, then they had Injustice 2, another fucking 4 guest characters. They had Sub-Zero, they had Hellboy, they had Sub-Zero, Hellboy, the Ninja Turtles, and who was the other one? Raiden. 2 Mortal Kombat characters. I think they should have had 1 guest, and it should have just been Hellboy, honestly.
Yeah, like Hellboy would have just made sense.
Yeah, it's Injustice 2. Because Hellboy is technically a comic superhero dark character.
Well, I don't know what I don't know if.
But the name of the game is Injustice 2. You want DC characters, not Mortal Kombat characters, not Ninja Turtles.
And the thing is, you've got such a wide pool to pull from.
Yeah. Hey, I'd totally be on board for an Injustice 3 if they get around to it.
Yeah, I would be.
Sadly, I think Ed Boon might be retiring in a few years, but he'll have some other guy take the helm for him, and hopefully they'll do equally, if not even better, a job with the Mortal Kombat franchise, which I hold very dear to me.
Yeah. Which, it'll be good. It'll be good. I mean, I haven't really held, like, video game franchises very near and dear to me in a while. Like, a lot of, like, lost to me.
Yeah.
Like, I've just sort of
it's kind of a time and place sort of thing.
There's sort of, like, I'm really hooked on Persona at the moment, still am. It's because it's such a great game. Like they're hours and hours and hours and hours. I'm like the base game of any of them guaranteed you 100 hours.
I'm like halfway through probably, and I've been playing it forever, and I like it so far. I think it's great.
It's great. Its soundtrack, characters, great. I still need to finish Golden. I finished 5. I finished 3.
Isn't Golden just 5, but like a
No,
better
Persona
edition?
4 Golden is Persona 4, but better.
Ah, okay.
I need to finish Golden.
Yeah, if I really like 5, I'll probably go back and play 4 like you did.
Oh, the thing is with 4 is 4 is no longer available because it's now a Vita exclusive.
What?
But you can get 3 if you have an old PS3 laying around
Okay.
for $15.
But they can make more money if they just released it on the PS4 store. What gives?
They can, but it comes down to Sony because Sony does the store because like Atlas could go, all right, fine, we'll remake it. Bang,
What is it on?
bang.
Is it on Xbox or Switch?
I don't know. You'd have to check.
Maybe it's a PlayStation PC exclusive, some shit.
Oh no, I know it's on PlayStation. It's definitely not on PC. It's a.
Oh really?
Persona's always been.
Well, I
it's
guess
a
'cause
Japanese
Sony operates in
company, yeah.
Japan.
So there's always been that sense of exclusivity to
I think it's great so far.
But it's a good series. Good series.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Long.
But, what if they made a Big Bang Theory game? Would you play that?
I would smash every copy.
Hey, Penny, what, Sheldon? I've got direction. Oh my god, that's so cute. Bazinga. Laugh track. And an autistic screeching is heard for the next half an hour.
I want to die, seriously.
It's the Big Bong Theory, man. It's fucking
No,
dope.
can we seriously move on from Big Bang Theory?
I hate it. I just want to say, I really do. This is me being genuine. I really do hate the Big Bang Theory. I won't be watching any more Big Bang Theory. I haven't watched it in years. Besides that stupid season I had to watch for research purposes, I didn't enjoy
Wait,
it.
what?
I watched almost all of the new season, and I really hated it.
Wait, why'd you watch it for research purposes?
Because I wanted to see how it would stack up to the older season and shit. And the ratings weren't that great either, so maybe it's a sign that
Maybe
it's
it's
surely
a sign
dying.
of the times.
So, like, it's a sign that it's slowly dying down.
Slowly dying down.
Albeit very slowly, but yeah.
Which would be good. Like, if something dies, it dies.
You know what pisses me off?
What?
Black lightsabers.
Okay.
Alright, let's think about this.
Look,
in the Star Wars
lore of Star Wars is more convoluted than you think, mate.
Yeah, I imagine it's a massive franchise, legends and all that shit.
If you think what Disney has done has watered down a huge universe.
Yeah, anyway, let me just say, let's see, you got the traditional lightsaber colours, my favourite being purple. You have blue, the Jedi one,
Yeah.
green, another Jedi one, purple, another Jedi one,
Yeah.
yellow, another Jedi one, orange, another Jedi one.
Oh, no, there's like heaps more lightsaber colours.
There's white and orange Jedi.
Yeah, you've got blue, green, red.
But there's one... and
You've
then
got
red,
blue,
which is
green,
a
and red,
Sith one.
which were the original 3.
Yeah.
Everything was based around those
But
3.
there is one lightsaber that stands out as being weird and stupid, and I can't make sense of it. That being the black lightsaber. Now, this is mainly used in the lore by, like, the midichlorian people or whatever.
Yeah, Mandalorians.
Mandalorians. And
Mandalorian.
it's black lightsaber. So you think that would be the coolest concept ever. Like, oh, fuck yeah, I fucking love black lightsabers. Psh, that would look cool. Like, it's even eviler
Like,
than
it looks cool.
red. But
Looks
here's the thing
cool.
about this. How the hell does a black lightsaber work? Alright, let's say you're in the darkness. You turn on your lightsaber. It's completely dark. You turn on your lightsaber. Big green light because you got a green lightsaber. The room brights up with greenness. What if you turn on a black lightsaber because it's already black? Is it going to be a light at all? Or is it just going to be even darker?
Well, it implies that it has like some sort of
But
light.
yeah, but here's the thing. When I've seen like any type of media with like a black lightsaber, it's black, but then it's outlined with whiteness. It spews white particles. What the hell is it?
The lore behind the black saber is convoluted.
Is there such thing as a black light?
No, there isn't.
Then
Because a black
how the
light
hell
is
does a black
darkness.
lightsaber work?
I have no idea how it would. I don't know the exact science behind it.
It's so stupid.
But the
because it's
lore behind it, it's not very clear.
very vague, yeah.
It's not a very clear lore because, like, however, so each lightsaber color has a different meaning.
Yeah, and the
Like,
black one is stupid because it's outlined in white. Is it a white lightsaber then? If it spews light, it lights up a room, even though it's meant to be black, and black can't do that. So what the hell?
It's a lightsaber. Why are you questioning it?
Because why the hell does it have like fucking... You can get a picture up, that'd be helpful.
Yeah.
It's like fucking blackness, alright? You got a black lightsaber, or they're really short for some reason, so whatever it's called. So you got a black lightsaber, but it's covered in whiteness. It's covered in white particles. It's got like a white out. See, it's got white on it.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, we're looking at pictures of black lightsabers right now.
Darksaber,
See,
yeah.
white particles, and it's covered in whiteness. Because black can't project light? What's the reason? I'm so confused with black lightsabers. What the hell? The dark saber, that's the one.
Yeah.
It looks what? How is it like covered in blackness? I give up. I actually give up.
Well, okay, so The thing you gotta realize it's not the traditional lightsaber. Like, it doesn't even look like a traditional.
But it looks stupid. You might as well put a blue light around it. It's meant to be black, but black can't light up a room. Therefore, black lightsabers can't exist. See, it's got like it's outlined in white. That looks dumb. You gotta admit.
It looks cool, but
No. But it can't work because the actual black lightsaber part, it's got like white around it. So therefore, it's not really black, is it?
yeah, but it's just a lightsaber. Why are you questioning
Because
this?
it doesn't make sense. See, if we don't question
How does anything in Star Wars make sense?
No. If we don't question things that bother us, we're never going to learn more.
Okay, how does a like basic lightsaber work then in Star Wars?
I fucking know. They're not real. But,
I know,
it's
but like
they put crystals in them and then they light up a certain color.
Yeah.
But you can't, if you have a full
There's
black
more
crystal,
to
that
it,
makes
yeah.
sense. But then it's just going to have white particles around it. So it's technically a white lightsaber, even though it's got black in the middle. There's fucking whiteness around it. It's outlined in literally white.
I'd like to point out it's not a.
It is fucking.
It's not a black lightsaber. It's called a dark saber.
Yeah, but let's say the actual idea of it is like, see, it's meant to be black, but it's got whiteness around it. This gimp holding it is like, oh, look at the white saber I'm using.
Yeah. Whereas on the
See?
contrast, there
It's
is
not even real.
there is a legitimate white. There is a legitimate.
Yeah,
White
because, yeah, but
lightsaber.
white I understand because white can actually exist. Okay. Oh, what the?
Ooh,
Is that Gandalf's sword? What the hell?
No, that looks like Aragorn's.
Glamdering.
I don't know.
Anyway, it's like white lightsabers can actually exist. All right, let's get rid of that.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Black lightsabers annoy me too much. Okay, I can have a big debate on it, but it doesn't make sense. It's encased in black. It should be, but it's outlined in white, so it can have like white protection light. It's not really a black lightsaber, then, is it? So what's the point?
Just looks cool, man. It's kind of like why do anything in pop culture? It's like it's just kind of like because it looks cool.
No, not really. If it's something really stupid to explain, then no.
Like the thing is, like, the dark saber defies a lot of logic within the Star Wars lore of itself.
Yeah.
Like even the lore behind the saber is very convoluted. Like, it's a very unknown sword.
I feel like-
and there's only that one saber they've got.
Okay, yeah.
It's
but
the same one.
It's white technically because it's encased in white. Anyway, let's not bore ourselves to death with bloody black lightsabers and why they're so retarded and stupid and autistic and gay and all that crap. Let's talk about something else. Disney making Star Wars movies. I don't want
Left,
it to be
right, and center.
I don't want it to be ran to the ground. I don't want to feel superhero fatigue, but with Star Wars. I don't want to feel franchise fatigue with Star Wars. But I feel like because they've already confirmed we're making a new trilogy after this and another new trilogy after
Dude,
that,
they're
and a
making-
spin-off movie every year.
Yeah,
I don't want the general
They're
audience.
gonna make Star Wars movie
I'd be-
every year
yeah.
for 40 years.
But that's going to run
Get
into the ground.
used to
People are
it.
going to hate it at one point. I don't want that to happen, but if they keep it up, fucking, it's going to happen.
Dude, it's gonna be a long ass time.
Hopefully they'll dial down the bit and calm themselves down. But like one a year, and there's all these new trilogies and shit. That's not the best idea, is it?
Oh well.
Why are they so quick to rush out $1 billion? I know they spent a lot on their franchise. They probably, with The Force Awakens, which made an amazing amount of money, with Rogue One, with Episode 8, they've probably made their money back from
They have.
the amount. Yeah, exactly. They've made their
already
money
have.
back from when they
They've
bought
made
it
it
from George
back.
Lucas. So fucking all this crap
The
is like...
first, Force Awakens and then Rogue One and Last Jedi, 3 movies that they've released, and they have a 40-year plan.
Shitting hell, man.
They've already made their money back.
Yeah, but alright, I just wish... I don't want to feel... Because we can... I guess I can sort of say you might agree to an extent. You're excited for Infinity War. I'm not really. You can agree that we've sort of felt superhero fatigue. Me, a
I'm
lot more so.
feeling it, yeah, but I just want to. I
And
just
Star
want to get
Wars-
to Infinity
yeah,
War. I
Star
just want
Wars,
to get to it.
In my opinion, Star Wars is like it's become such a beloved franchise, an iconic and I guess sort of. I don't want to use this word because it sounds gay, but sort of special franchise, magical franchise, whatever. Meaningless buzzword, meaningless buzzword, meaningless buzzword. Anyway,
Meaningless buzzword.
It's kind of like do you really want that sort of specialty and like expertise that Star Wars has to fade? Because I know it's like
Everything fades.
Disney.
man.
No, but Disney.
Everything
Yeah, but you
lives
can
on.
keep it going
Time.
forever. Just give it a break every once in a while. I'll be fine. They do this trilogy. They go away for 10 years. They come back with more movies or whatever. But not a spin-off movie every year for fucking 50 years or whatever. That's dumb. And you got to admit.
Yeah, but dude, give anything time. Time erodes everything.
Yeah, say that
You
all you
can't
want.
beat
Star Wars has been
time.
going since the 70s. Everything fades eventually. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
but how many movies have they released? Like, when they...
Spread out, and that's a good plan. That's what keeps it iconic. That's what keeps general audiences and people from thinking it's like overused.
Excluding the original trilogy,
Yes.
you have a general consensus that the prequels are garbage,
Prequels are shit now.
and pretty much most of society will say the prequels are garbage.
Yeah, but because it's Star Wars, they can survive 3 shit films. They can survive however many.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Like, the thing is, if you have a spaced out franchise, and like for a couple times you release a bunch of duds,
Yeah.
people lose faith in it. Whereas if you're constantly releasing shit,
if you're constantly
can
releasing shit,
sorta,
you're
like,
gonna
save
eventually
it.
make more misses than hits. Eventually, you know.
yeah, eventually you will. But that
It's
being
Call of
said,
Duty
like,
argument.
but over time, people they'll go, all right, this clearly isn't working. Let's change strategy. Like, it takes time.
It does, yeah.
It takes time. Like Ghost was considered one of the worst Call of Duties around. Like, at the
I'd
time,
say-
it was like the most bang on average. But then
But the thing with Call of Duty, that's a video game, and that's like exclusively video games.
Yeah.
Star Wars is a massive franchise, and it surpasses Call of Duty in a lot of ways. Star
Yeah, it
Wars has
surpasses,
become
like-
I guess the most beloved franchise in all of pop culture, really, and all shit like that. All shit considered, it's not like the Big Bang Theory or have shit predictable jokes or whatever and be a terrible series.
Well-
Star Wars is a lot bigger than that.
I was gonna say the next Star Wars movie comes out in about a month or so.
Yeah, exactly. There's shit coming left and right. It's like the superhero argument. You got one coming every fucking month at this point, or something like that. But it's
I will go watch the Han Solo movie.
Yeah, we'll watch it because it's Star Wars. But at one point, we'll say, you know what, I can miss this one.
Yeah, I can miss it.
You don't want to say that with Star Wars because it's meant to be this beloved franchise.
Like Star Wars, you're meant to go, yeah, I want to go watch it because it's Star Wars.
Imagine if they did it with, I don't know, Lord of the Rings or something. They made a bunch of series and shit.
Yeah, look, I don't know how they're gonna move on with Lord of the Rings because Lord of the Rings has got to have a shelf life, man.
I don't know. Lord of the Rings is done. They'll just make games and stuff every 10 years or whatever. That's fine. Star Wars is a lot bigger than all these franchises.
Yeah.
They want to not really milk, but make something special, but at the same time milk at the same time. What? Anyway, the point is, Star Wars is like, definitely. I don't want to see franchise fatigue as soon as Disney's going to make it, and I'd say it's within the next, maybe the end of the new trilogy, episode 9 or whatever. I think I'll start to feel it, and I don't want to. I still think that the movies are consistently good, and they can do with what they can right now. It's really like doing well for Disney or whatever. But I don't want them to run it into the ground and have like a million new ones, you know.
Yeah.
And I think you feel the same.
I know what you're meaning, but at the same time, it's sort of like, well, that's what happens. That's life, man. Like eventually, what about if another big franchise like that's similar in size to Star Wars gets created? And everyone goes
Well, I don't think you can do that for a while, especially in the sort of climate
like in this climate, no, God no, everything's dominated. Yeah. But eventually, when everyone starts feeling fatigue around one thing, one amazing thing will get released, right? Like, think about it. What was the big movies at the time when Star Wars got released? And
which one?
Well,
the first one,
first Star Wars
like
movie.
late 70s or whatever.
Yeah, late 70s. What movie? What genres?
There was Alien. There was was that late 70s? Indiana Jones, I think. Late 70s. It was the biggest thing at the time because the audiences had never seen anything like it, I guess.
Yes, that was the thing. Like, so.
Jaws 1, maybe? I don't fucking know. Post Malone stuff. Jaws,
yeah.
Alien, told you. All that shit. 77, though.
Yeah,
Notice a pattern. There's nothing
Yeah.
really released in 77 that sort of challenged the status quo. And because it was like a, I guess, nerd culture or whatever, and people loved it so much, at the time, it was just so beloved, and it's such a beloved franchise to this day. You don't want to see it run into the ground. Yeah, point made, whatever.
Yeah, point made. Yeah, okay. I was kind of hoping there would be a lot of, like, drudge or a lot of repetitive stuff, but...
I don't want that.
So there was a lot of, like, big stuff that came out in the 70s.
Keep in mind, even with superhero movies...
the stuff in the 70s still have a lot of, like...
appeal, because they're timeless. They're not like fake, clean bullshit CGI rendered cutscenes like the prequels. Keep in mind, I'm not going into these Star Wars movies, these superhero movies, wanting to hate them. I want to see a good movie. Marvel are not making good movies.
They're not making good movies.
Star Wars, I think the quality can hold up because they put so much effort into it. The budget is massive. This dialogue is really good. And I don't want to see that decrease. And I think you probably feel the same. Yeah, well... Big Bang Theory sucks. Star Wars, pretty good franchise, very beloved, whatever.
But it's gonna... Like, dude, it's gonna...
Black lightsabers are gay.
Dude, you know what's gonna happen?
Don't vomit in a hotel.
Yeah, don't vomit in hotels. But you know what's gonna happen?
What's that?
All those big series in the 70s, they're gonna be milked to death. And then something's
when Hollywood, because Hollywood's in a really, really like desperate state.
We're gonna watch them die, and then some young, plucky up and comer is just gonna create something.
Make money, nostalgia.
Some young, plucky filmmaker is gonna come along and go, "This is all garbage. I've got a vision. he makes something,
Yes,
or
that's the
she will
problem.
make
Nobody
something.
has a vision anymore. They just want to make money.
And they will blow everyone away.
Something really well made.
Eventually, someone's going to come along and do that.
You know, I feel
Someone
like
will. It's only time.
I feel like I think you'll agree with me. If Quentin Tarantino he's capable of something like that. A really well-known director.
Yeah, but he is capable of it. But the problem with Tarantino is
his movies feel kind of samey.
He takes a long ass time to do anything.
Yeah, all right, because
he's
he puts
brilliant,
so much effort into his movies. He knows how characters work. Say what you will, he makes great movies at the end of the day, and he's genuinely consistent.
Like the big problem with
because he wants to perfect every element as much as possible.
And that's why anytime Tarantino releases something,
that's why he's never made a bad movie. It's always good.
But whenever he releases something, it's always like nominated for some sort of award
because it deserves the award.
Yeah, because it deserves it.
It's not like some Amy Schumer comedy bullshit where they get it just out of pity. I don't know.
Yeah. But the thing is with Tarantino is like he's only got he only wants to make 10 movies, and he considers Kill Bill 1 movie.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 movies left.
Well, he could still make books and shit after that. That's what
he could, but he doesn't want to make movies afterwards.
So he could twist that quote to what he wants. He's not a bad guy. He's not a money-grubbing cunt. He just wants to see a vision fulfilled.
Yeah.
Like so then he can look back and say, hey, I've just made 11 awesome movies. I lived a pretty good life. It's not about the riches. It's about furthering my legacy.
That's exactly what he wants to do. Like, he doesn't want to...
He's not
like,
this money
he doesn't want to milk his franchise, like his name for everything. He just goes, I just want to make good movies. That's all I care
He's not a money-grubbing asshole. He's actually a good director. He always has a vision, and that's what I'm worried about. A lot of directors and people in general don't have visions anymore. They're just... They know an iconic name is going to make money.
I kind of want to watch Hateful Eight right now.
Yeah, because it's so good. It keeps bringing you back.
I want to watch just a Tarantino movie.
I'll watch it because it's dope. Well,
God, they're fun movies.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I'll find my copy later.
New people of African descent, thank you for joining us for episode 7 of Coinflip podcast. We'll see you later. Don't jump off a bridge, or do.
Up to you.
Doesn't really
Complete
affect
freedom
me.
to do so.
Yeah.